Good Sunday morning, the 24th of December. Christmas is here, and I'm looking forward to tonight being with my daughter, or husband, grandson for his very first Christmas at 10 months old. So, a lot going on. So today, pretty light day. I'm off the scroll software just a little bit. I do have one idea that I'm working on with the dump truck, and I'll kind of work on that. But now's the time to start assembling the Noah's Ark. And here we go. So the lighting is a little bit weird. I'm gonna swing my light around a little bit, see if it doesn't wash out. Okay, that's not too bad. Get a little bit more light overhead here. I have a window, there's sunlight coming through, so I've got a towel up over it, and I'm hoping that it's going to stay. It's like, please don't drop. So anyway, here is Noah's Ark. It's kind of all over the place right now. What I did yesterday as I was dry fitting things, getting things ready for today, doing some of the finish sanding, I shot a couple videos, and when I post this video, probably within a day or so, I'll post the other videos. They're kind of boring. I didn't do anything special with them. Just you see me yakking away and just kind of going at things. But anyway, here we go. Really, let's see, we've got right here, the Gorilla Wood Glue is what I use. This is the white, it dries clear. And I have the CA glue, the Bond Extra, thick is what I will be also using. So I use clamps and then I don't use clamps. What I find when I use clamps is, I'll clamp something together and then all of a sudden, it slides, and next thing you know, you're off just a little bit, and it's really frustrating. So what I started doing is using a combination of the CA glue and the wood glue. And I'll put a couple, maybe 3 dots of the CA glue in the left, right, and middle of the part that's going to be adhered to. So for example, this here, I'd go dot, dot, dot. Actually, first what I would do is put my glue, then dot, dot, dot. Reason being, of course, the Gorilla takes a lot longer to set up, so that gives me time to get it all smeared out the way that I want it to, and then get my 3 dots. Then I am not going to use activator in this case, because again, I want 10, 15 plus seconds. So what I would do is put it up, get it ready to line up, and then push and hold. And this is what will get me here, keep me from sliding around and everything like that. And once it reaches that point, then I'm all set. Now, I could at that point clamp if I want to, but this is a little bit trickier. So I could clamp once I get this side up, but I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to do it. So you're probably asking, all right, what are these things? Well, these are my angles, and this will help make sure that I have that perfect 90 degrees. So rather than, take this, put it up, and hold it, all right, it's like, yep, I mean, you can do that. I've done it for many years. I've elected to use these things here. Let me put that back in my schmuck here. So I'm giving those a try, at least for the main uprights. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it for the house at the top. It's a lot smaller, and it's a little bit trickier how I'm going to have to do that one. So that will be interesting as well. Of course, In one of my other videos I'd explained, here's the holes, and let's see, yeah, closer. So I did this slightly off-center so that when it's down, it's lifted up off the ground just a little bit. So when it goes, you know, it's got to be spaced out right. It'll be like that. So we have that to do as well. So there we go. Let's see how successful I'm going to be with this. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. Yeah, gluing is the one thing that always makes me very nervous. You know, this is the make it or break it. The other reason why I do the 3-dot method is, excuse me, it's not a super strong grip. So if I really needed to, I could pop it off. You know, I really don't like doing that, but if it was that bad and there was no way to do some fine sanding or something, I wouldn't do it. So if you haven't seen, this is my personal logo. So let's get that in the light. Yeah, there we go. So that's my personal logo. And pretty much any of the heirloom quality pieces that I do, I put that logo on. Whereas I don't have it handy dandy that I can reach at the moment. I may show you later on. You might have seen it in some of my pictures or thumbnails, and it's, you know, a gift from Poppy's Workshop that I brand into the wood. So I had to bring my my glues in from the workshop because it was so cold last night, and you know, these are pretty sticky. All right. Yep, the old-fashioned way of doing this. And I got my little finger wipe here. So I'm not going to talk too much when I do this. Now, yesterday when I was dry fitting everything, I did all my pencil marks and everything. Yeah, my hands are so shaky. So let's get that lined up. I'm off just a little bit. There we go. And clamp. Some people, if they really wanted to, they could spray some CA glue, and I may wind up doing that if this doesn't work the way that I hope. Yeah, that's loose. I may have to clamp. So, clamps. Trying to figure out. Yeah, my clamps aren't big enough to do that this way. So, yep, it looks like, because it's not perfect, let's see if, little CA glue, said I wasn't gonna, see if that does the trick. Oh. There we go. I think that's starting to work. So the other part that I do need to put in, not that one, will be the back. And this should be fairly easy to do. I think I may wind up using a little bit more CA glue That I might be able to clamp. So let me double check. Yep, that bond looks good. So I'm going to do a double check here against my favorite. Let me get that out of the way. So there you go. So yeah, yesterday I might be forward just a little bit. Nothing a little sanding won't take care of, but I just realized that. Let me do this. Yep, I'm forward just ever so slightly. Wait a second. Yeah, I do have that right. All right. Come on, where are you? Pardon my bald head. Oh, that is right. Right as rain. So, of course, you're going to want a space, especially when you flip up. You know, I have just such a nice small space there so that it will be able to go into the raised position. And then in the lower position. So how is that going to be done? Well, I have this little guy that is going to go on this side over here. It'll be glued in so that it will push and pull that peg out. And yeah, no, I won't do the same joke, you know, dad joke about a woman named Peg. You know, a woman with a wooden leg named Peg. I won't give you the punchline on that. So let's go and glue up. Get this back in here. Let's go and glue up the next part. Make sure I'm doing the right side here. Now, what's nice about this particular one, this you can do by eye. Yeah, when I glue, this reminds me of my old junior high and high school years of wood shop. Started in 7th grade wood shop, and then went into metal shop for 8th grade. Oops, there we go. I was going to say. But during high school years, I was in the wood shop all the time. When I had study hall, let's see, make sure that's dropped in there. When I had study hall, the wood shop teacher, Mr. Marcelli, used to let me come into the wood shop all the time. Yeah, so see, you can see how that sets up pretty quick. Now, if I wasn't doing this on camera, I'd probably even go a lot slower than I am right now. And actually, I think I can remove this. Come on. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. There we go. Come on. I didn't realize I put that on so tight. There we go. Yeah, these are handy. They were fairly inexpensive. They have two different sizes. This is the smaller size and comes with the back lamp. So that's one size. I think that's like 3 inches by 2 inches. And this one's 3 by 4. The other size, and it comes with 4 each. Get it on Amazon, of course. All right, so next we have this one. And here is a problem. Shoot. All right. Let me remove this. I may have to sand that. There we go. Problem disappeared. So, what I am going to wind up having to do when I do the door, the ramp, let's get it this way so I can see it. When I do the ramp, I'm going to have to sand it more. And I had an idea that that was going to happen. Let's see. We'll get that. And let's see. Yeah, I've got a gap down there. You know what I'm going to do? It looks like I'm going to have to sand a little bit of this here. I don't like doing that. So I'm going to go off camera for a couple minutes here. Go over to my little sander. I have a couple disc and belt sanders. This is one that I'm on right now is a 21 inch by 1 inch with a 5 inch disc. And I have a foot pedal on it. So what I'm going to do, let's see. Oh, that sucks. I'm going to have to eyeball it. Okay, I got to eyeball it level because it's not going to allow me to go to the deck. Just trying to do a little bit at a time. That's real close now. All right, let's see how close I am. Yeah, that was one thing I didn't check yesterday. Had an idea. Still got a little bit of space there. Not much now. Let's see, just a little bit more. Yeah, and I can see it there. So let me take a quick look here. Yeah, I don't have anybody on right now, so that's okay. I'm taking off, oops, taking off little bit at a time. You can't put wood back on when you sand it off. So, oh, that is so close. So close now. Oh, and then what I did, yeah, I wound up taking too much off at the top, just a little bit. But that can be corrected there. I got to take a little bit off right here. There we go. I think that is going to be good enough. Now, remember that the perfect is the enemy of good enough, and we have to balance this out when we do this. Now, one of the things that I am going to do is put the door in place when I do this glue up, because I want to make sure that I am lined up. Yeah, I'm looking at my pencil mark. Let's get that out of the way. I'm looking at my pencil mark, and I gotta come forward just a little bit, I think. Yeah. I want to make sure that that's even. But if I do that, yeah, that catches just a little bit. So I come forward a little. Okay. So, yeah, how am I going to do this? I'm going to have to do it this way. Oh, get that off. Okay, here we go. Let's start sweating on this one. Do not do the ramp. Do not do the ramp. Sometimes you got to repeat these silly things to yourself. Don't glue the ramp. You know, you start working on things and you get so inside your head that you make foolish mistakes, like gluing where you shouldn't be gluing. All right, where's that peg there? Oh, let's get the right glue. That's probably gummed up at the top now. Yep. Come on. Yeah, so this is what I use my old blades for, is to clean the spout. Usually after I use my CA glue, yeah, now I'm all sticky. Do not glue the ramp. Okay. Okay, fine adjustments. Actually, what I should have done, quickly grab my blue clamps. Oh, it just fits. Can't do it too tight yet. Ah, see, it just slid. This is why I don't like clamps. Alright, not at this stage. My hands are so shaky. Alright, let me double check. Oops, get that out of the way. That works. Alright. Let me try this. I don't think that's going to be enough. Come on. Ah, damn it. Just moved. And it's starting to set up now. I'm going to have to do it like this. Yeah, I think it's time for some CA. And I can't do it. All right. Yeah, that's coming apart, damn it. Yeah, I don't have them very tight. But tight enough to keep it against. All right, CA glue time. Yeah, the problem is it's not quite touching where that CA glue spot is. Ah, there we go though, that worked. Get you in. All right, I need another, I don't know if that will work or not. Come on. That is close. Yeah, that is really hard, so I'm definitely, once, well, that may be because of these. Oh, whew. All right, let's see where we're at right now. Okay. Well, that's the hardest part. I did it. Yay. Only minor screw-ups. Ah, yeah. Oh, look, a magic. Ah, yeah, I'm amusing myself. Lid, 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 lid. Oh, that took 35 minutes. All right, I think that's been enough. Let's see how this, oh, nice. And the gap is really nice. I'm gonna leave those clamp for, you know something? Damn, nope, that's coming out. So let's, come on. I know you fit. I'm gonna leave that clamped because it came out and has an unacceptable gap. And I really hate to try and shoot glue down there. I could do it from the underside and then sand it if need be. I think that'll be plan B. Put a little CA glue and reclamp it. But we're going to leave that. Actually, I'm going to leave my 90 there. That keeps everything copacetic. I'm going to double check that I didn't pull the, oh, I can't use that anymore. Can't put my favorite in. So we're going to use one of these little puppies. Yeah, that's good. So checking to make sure that that's vertical. Yeah, let me spin it around so you can, yeah, I'm just going to do it on the wax paper. I'm stupid. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And right now with me over tensioning the top there, I need about 20 minutes, but the gaps here are really good. You know, I guess that's not too bad, but I think I've got another clamp. That I think I'm going to put underneath and draw that in some more. And this is the advantage when using the combination of, yeah, let's see, let's get that to balance here. No, I guess I don't have to, it's not going to pull in more. I mean, the gap's pretty good. It's probably about one point, 1.5 point. You know, I'll get better at it, but I did those by eye, so to speak. So let me switch back here. Okay, so what was I going to say? Oh, everything I cut on the scroll saw. So when you know, I did have some wood, so some of the longer lines I was able to use the edge of the wood that I got, so that was already squared off the way that I liked it. But like this down here, or my other squares, what I wound up doing was, you know, having the line and just trying to feed that line as straight as possible. So let's see, let me switch back to here. So when you look in, all right, and you look in the side, well, let me get that in the light. When you look at the side, here, you can see, even though I did that by hand, by eye, that's pretty darn straight. Yeah, I can't quite get that in the camera range there. So that's pretty good. You know what we could do? We could move over to the house. So let's move some things around here while that's setting up. And actually, though, I could use the clamps for that. So let me rethink what I am doing. So here's the house. Let me remember what the heck I did. Okay. I see a straight line all the way through, straight line all the way through. Okay. So here's the house. Now, I explained this in a couple other videos. When I used the Forstner bit for the first time on this, I didn't think. So I started from this side and went broop, 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 and did the others same way. When I looked at the back, it's like, oh crap, there was a lot of tear out. So what I wound up doing was just sanding it out, rounding it out and everything. So eliminated that. So the quote unquote bad side will become the roof. Now, the way that this one is going to work is going to be tricky. So I have some scrap 1/4 inch. The idea is this will be on the outside, but it's only going to come down a 1/4, well, 1/2 of the half or 1/4, like that, because this whole piece is going to slide into, and I want to make sure that that is, that may not fit. Oh, more sanding. Yeah, I'll have to see when the clamps come off. So before I start gluing this up, I am going to make sure that it is going to fit in there. But right now I've got a little over tension on the top, so I want to make sure that that's hunky-dory. But if not, you know, I'm going to take off just a very fine edge here. Shouldn't be much of an issue. Hey, good morning, Herb. Another early bird there. So glad you're with me on this Christmas morning as I screw up doing things as always. At NATO we do this saying, and I hate it. Learn by doing. And yeah, I'm definitely doing and I'm learning, but I don't like it because a lot of people use it as an excuse for screwing up or just doing things for the sake of doing, and I'm not one of those people. So here I am using the exact quote that I hate so much. It's terrible. But anyway, that's just, you know, that's just life. All right, let's see how this glue now is holding, because I do want to fit. Yeah, you can tell that over tension just a little bit. So yeah, just these are the Irwin quick grips. Let me switch over to my camera here so I can see. There, yeah, see, I'm not even in the. So these are my Irwin quick grips. These are my smaller ones. You can't see it, but I've got, you know, just a generic one that is probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3 times the size of this. So I've got a couple of those. Then, of course, I have these. I think these are, I don't know if they're, I think they're like 3-inch. And then I have my 1-inch clamps as well. So I've got an assortment of clamps. I probably need more, as we've witnessed here. And let me get this off here. Get you. Let's check the bottom. Not too bad of the leak through. But yeah, you can definitely see, you can definitely see the gap there. That I definitely do not like. But let me do this. Let me get the angle off. This way I can I know the glue hasn't fully set yet. So let's see if I can correct this a little bit. It is going in ever so slight. Ever so slight. So let me show you that now. There we go. So, you know, again, you're looking at 1 point line maybe. Not bad, but when you compare it to down here, much better. But as I said earlier, I wasn't sure if you were there, Herb. These I cut on the scroll saw by eye. You know, just had my excuse me, just had my guideline to do that. So let's see. This should be too tight right now. Yeah. Oh, and no wonder it's too tight because my peg also came out. I want to make sure that I stay indexed in there. Where are you? Line up. Okay. There we go. I want to make sure that that just stays indexed. And I'm debating if I should glue this up right now. So this is the piece that, yeah, I think I can glue that up now. This is the piece that will be for keeping the ramp from dropping. And make sure I got my round side out. There we go. And I'm going to do that. And I'll show you what I'm actually doing. Let me make sure I got me on camera here. Yeah, the lighting, let's see. Let me get, no, still too much shade. What I'm going to do is it's only going to go in part way. So I'm going to CA glue that. And it's still going to spin, so we'll just put it in part way. Let that set up. Come on. There we go. I should spritz it. Yep, and that goes out just enough. And I'll show you that in a moment. But the other thing you'll note, you'll see, oh, look, Rick, there's a hole there. That sucks. So, yeah, it does. But never worry. I have more CA glue. Get in there. And a little cap there. So, and I know I've got to get that in pretty quickly. There. So now you can see that. All right. And let that set up. Now a little bit leaked out. Let's see if I can clean that. So now what will happen, if you look, it's in, so you can see the peg sticking out just a little bit. And once I get the clamps off, this will move again, so that the child will just be able to pull it out, push it in, just like that. So it goes in. So what I did is I drilled I believe it was a 1/4 inch hole all the way through, so that the peg can do its thing. And then after that, I countersunk another hole, which, let me show you, would be wide enough for this to fit in all the way into the hole. So now you're wondering, what did I put in over here? Well, I explained in another video when I do cars, especially like 3/4 inch. Let me grab another one. If you have 3/4 inch, well, what happens is these will be touching. So I put it in my jig and I cut off all these little little caps. Let me see here. Let's put those back. So I have these little caps here that I can use. Now, the thing is, I dreamt this up one evening. I was kind of trying to make a little scene for the cars as I photograph them for my website and everything. So, you know, I was like, oh, let me do an old-fashioned thing here, and let's see if I get in closer. I'm in the shade. Let's see. Yeah, you can't quite see it on the gas. It says Poppy's Fuel. So we'll get it back in the light. So anyway, if you'll notice over here, I have my pile of oil cans. So we have that. And then, let's see, I think all the little people are too far away. So these tires actually come off in case I ever run out. So that's the little scene that I put behind my cars. And actually, you'll see it in the starting screen as I was about to go live. And then I'll switch over to it. Well, actually, let me do this. Here you go. Check this out. So yeah, that that's what it looks like when I take pictures. So I'm going to make up a few different kinds, and then, you know, you never know what I may wind up doing because, man, I whipped that out so quickly. I wasn't really worried that it looked perfect because when I photograph it, it'll be, you know, it'll be slightly blurred with the depth of field and everything. So I just figured, why not just... all right, let me get these off. There we go. And I just felt that door drop a little bit. That's good. I'll have to do some sanding there. I may have to say, you know, I'm looking at, actually, that's, shoot. Wow. All right. Let me check. Yeah, a little bit of a gap there. You know, I'm going to, hopefully the glue hasn't fully set up. Let me get this gap. You know what it does? Shoot. It pulls. Yeah. Squeeze it one way, screw it up the other way. Darn. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to let this set for quite a while. I'm sure I'm driving up a wall, Herb, with all my mistakes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'll pull that in. That's off just a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that for a while. Let that stay. You know, it's not awful bad. It's not fine cabinetry work. You know, that side's really good. This side here, you can see the gap in, let's see, you can see the gap in the front here a little bit and a little bit in the back. You know, not awful bad, but I've got to make sure that my ADD doesn't cause me to freak out here. You know, let me do this. I'm just going to let this sit for a couple hours. No, that's not moving. Or is it? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So let's take a look while we're working on this, letting it dry. Stay. What's supposed to happen with the house, and it's not going to right now, is this piece, and you know that's not a whole. That's really close. I may put this on the sander. Oh, I definitely will, but I gotta wait. So here you can see it in the front. What'll happen is the house will be like this. It will only be halfway. This will be halfway down, so really there. And then it'll fit in, so the child will be able to take the house out. Let me raise this up a little bit more. Actually, I think I can zoom out. Let's see. There we go. That gives you a little bit better view there. Not too shabby. So what will happen? Let me get a roof here. Don't hit anything, Rick. Don't be stupid. So once it's all glued up, this will be halfway through. This is what it will look like. So the child, let me get my finger there. Child will be able to play with toys here, drop the ramp, load toys in, or if they want, they'll be able to just pull this whole top part of the ark off and just play with it. So those are the, it's a great way for storage, a couple different places for storage. So it's a well thought out piece. Let me do this. I'm going to lean over here. I'm only going to grab a couple. So I made my 2x2 pairs of animals, and I'll grab a few here. There we go. Okay. So let's start with, here's Noah. And Noah is made out of bird's eye maple. Let's get that. Yeah, out of, let me tilt this up here. That's a little bit better. He's made out of bird's eye maple. And then here's his wife, Joan. You have Noah Ark and Joan of Arc right there, or Joan Van Ark. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do dad jokes. I lied. And then here's some purple heart for the hippos. And these, when I got to the higher Janka wood, I did not stack cut those. I just got a little bit nervous thinking, yeah, I'm upwards to, I think this is upwards to like 1,500 Janka something. The red heart was, what is it, like 29? Or actually, this is closer to 2,000. I forgot. This I did stack cut. What is this? I forgot what this is. Black Limba, I believe. So here is, yep. I got to get this out of the way a little bit here. That's it. Bust everything up, you moron. And I forgot to cap this. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm having fun here. Live video feeds. Let me just clean that out. Yeah, I learned the hard way of not cleaning the nozzle of your CA glue. So anyway, let's see. We were talking about the hippos and the purple heart here. Let me switch back for a moment. Here we go. And here are the lions. And that was a yellow heart. And I believe I stack cut those. Let's see. Some of the other, let's see. I already did the Black Limba. Yeah. So these are just, 4 different sets. Let's see, I used lacewood for the elephant, cedar for the pig, walnut, dark walnut for the horse. I made an alligator that was out of wenge. Then out of canary wood is the camel. Bloodwood was the giraffe, and I got one more in there, and I can't see what it is. I forgot. But overall, I used 12 different varieties of wood on this. So it's a fun thing to do. Now, you know, I've been really thinking about it, and I probably still could. But what I was thinking, I'm not sure, is putting Noah's Ark on wheels. I don't know. You know, it doesn't quite look right, but it gives it a whole new dimension. So I'm thinking about it. I probably won't, just because I think the purist will get upset at me. Oh, let me close that up too and clean off the nozzle. Yeah, so that's something that I probably should avoid. Yeah, I think, you know, wow, I'm already at an hour on this. So I think what I'm going to do is cut this live stream, because I'm just trying to keep my live streams at about an hour, and you know, then of course get on with my day doing other things. Like, you know, this does have to glue up, and I was feeling a little obligated to get things, you know, done and together and show things. But I think I showed enough on this. You know, so I've got to learn to say, okay, do an hour, work, you know, shut your mouth. You don't have to be talking all the time, and just kind of go from there. And hopefully, as I build an audience and build videos, it'll you know, it'll go better. So what I will do is, as I said, I've already done some videos of me cleaning out the holes, barrel sanding that. I forgot what else I did. Oh, the dry fit and the marking, and I think I already had these on the 90 degrees. I already had on. So I have those two videos that I'll get up, you know, within the next day or so, and then I'll keep videotaping. I hate videotaping. Oh gosh, I am so old. I will keep videoing and making files. I'll be doing YouTube videos, and I'll put those up. For example, you know, doing the roof and everything. Maybe some of the profiling of the animals, because I do all that by hand. And actually, I think that may be one of the videos that I did when I lightly profiled all of the portholes. I used my rotary tool. Let me see. Oh, I don't want the vacuum to go on if I turn it on. So I have the rotary tool, and I added some medical tape to it. You see the blue there. That just takes away a little bit of the vibration, and I may add a couple more wraps around that. But I really like this extension to the rotary tool. I thought that one actually had broken, and I bought another one, and I fixed it, and it was like, yay, I fixed it. And I have an extra one in storage, handy dandy. So that's always good to have. There's the old saying in the military, 2 is 1, 1 is none. And yeah, that is very true. You know, I'm on Scroll Saw Village, and poor guy was in the middle of doing all his Christmas stuff, and his scroll saw died on him. So he was trying to rebuild it. And I'm trying to remember, there's a couple who had questions about their scroll saws and everything, and I guess he was going to buy another one. Then somebody suggested, hey, try and fix the old one and just keep it as a backup. And you know, when I got my Excalibur, I actually sold my old Wen. I sold it for $100, and it was in great shape. It wasn't that old. And sometimes I kick myself for not keeping it. A, for a backup, or B, put a different blade on it. For example, is maybe put a a number 10 on it, and when I'm ripping straight lines, I can just go to that, get it done. I don't know. I mentioned the belt sander and the belt and disc sander. I have it's 1 inch wide, a 21 inch circle that I put on. I also, not only do I have the various sandpapers for it, but I also have a leather strop. So I can just strop all my chisels and everything on that very quickly. But that's, again, the thin and the 5 inch. I still have another belt and disc sander. This is hold it, I'm going to cough here. I have the 6 inch disc with a, what is it, like 4 by, the deck, and it goes around, so I forgot how much it is, but, the belt area is, something like that. I have that up on the shelf right now because most of what I do is finer work. So, it's like, and even on the cart that I have my smaller disc and belt sander, I have my smaller Wen drill press, and I was going to use that for some barrel sanding and stuff like that. Underneath, I have a portable, I call it a table saber saw. So instead of, you have the flat blade upside down, so it's that way and covers over, because I really don't want a circular saw. If I do find one, I'd like to get a small one, because I'm in my garage, that's my shop, and I have everything along a 15-foot section here. So it's not very big at all, and I still put my Mustang in. I mean, one day, if I decide to get rid of my convertible, I'll take over more of this, or maybe I'll get a 12 by 18 wooden shed to put out back. But I really like being able to walk in and out of the house easily, just 3 stairs, and the ambient heat from the house keeps it within 60 degrees, even on the coldest nights. I mean, some days it does dip into the 50s in here, and I've got a very small space heater that covers it, and takes the edge off. So you can see I've got my heavy Sherpa. You can't see it. I got my Sherpa sweat jacket. I've got my long sleeve. I'm known by this. My Henley thermal underneath that. So I'm quite warm. I'm actually starting to sweat a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess I'm going to wish everybody a very special and Merry Christmas this year. Past few years for the world have been wackadoodle, to put it bluntly. So, I hope our 2024 new year will just be much better overall. So with that, may the Lord richly bless you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and make it a great day right here at Poppy's Workshop.